So one thing since moving to the Bay of Islands that I had to get used to, and had to get used to it pretty quickly, was how far you have to travel really to get to anything. Where I grew up at Omaha, it was like a 1 minute drive to go surf, skim, dive, fishing. Like anything that you wanted to do was literally right there on that same beach, which up here in the Bay of Islands you pretty much got to drive like an hour, I would think, to most places that I know of, and sometimes even further. Like a lot of the spots I go to, I prefer to just sort of double that time and go a little bit further. So that's something that I'm coming to terms with, especially on a day like today where it's Wednesday. Usually if I was at Omaha, you just stroll off down to the beach and walk around and do your thing, whereas today I've had to drive the best part of, close to an hour, and there's swell around, so I'm going to go get some waves. Yeah! Yes, there's nothing like being lucky enough to go catch some closeouts midweek. It's probably, I'm not quite sure on the time right now, have to be 3 o'clock, I'll check. So it's about 3 o'clock now, just before. It's been a couple of hours since I got here. Waves are average, good size, but average, and judging by the car park now, I've just been catching up on some editing in the van. And while I kind of wait for the tide to turn, but everyone's gone. There were quite a few guys out when I got here, and there's only 1 or 2 now, so that's usually a sign of the waves. Just going to do a check and sort of reevaluate what I'm doing for the afternoon. So while I remember, and this is fresh in my mind, if you're in Northland and you surf and would like to go catch some waves sometimes, because I've really got no buddies up here who surf, I've only got dive buddies, so if that sounds like a bit of you, feel free to give me a yell. Okay, so a couple little workshop updates. One thing that I'm going to cover in full, again on the main channel of the video, is this new model of skimboard here, which is basically targeting the young fellas, the young bucks out there, the little kids. It's one of my flave models, but in a full foam layup. I've only done a couple. These are the first couple here. I'm still working on this one today, which we're going to do a little bit of work to right now, and try to get them online. Oh, well, they might even be online on the store, possibly by around the time this video goes live. So this little completely destroyed book here is basically my book of secrets and notes that I've had for like a million years, and it's got all my like info logging and barcoding stuff in a very informal fashion for my skimboards, as well as fins, layups, glass weights. It's something that I probably should get a digital copy of as well, because it's actually this book, Completely Worthless book, while it looks like nothing to you, is very valuable to me. And what it is, that it serves as, I barcode the wave boards, as well as a few other things like fins, and the guns all get a number on them, and it basically means if there's any issue with product down the line, I can look up the number and find out exactly what I'm dealing with. Typically, exactly what board I'm dealing with. which to date haven't had to do yet. Okay, so a gun update. I'm finally getting some stocks finalised. All I'm waiting on is shafts, which I'm dealing with a company in Italy. They're basically being manufactured right now. Their customer service is shithouse. So it's taken a lot longer than it should have as far as I'm concerned. But I've got a date in place, so we'll have shafts in another week or two. These two particular stocks right here, which are basically finished, I'm pretty much just waiting to assemble them, waiting for shafts to finish them. One is going to be a 110. This will be sitting down, probably kept for sale down at the Pie Dive Shop. Well, you can buy it through me or probably through them, but they're going to just be sitting on the shelf down there. This one here is going to be a 130, available to rent, demo, you know, whatever, and that's going to be produced with that the Kiwi mech over here, and basically just going to be a trial gun for myself. And mentioned you got hopefully a few of you guys out there. I've got another gun on the go. I've got a bunch more here, which, I mean, obviously once shafts are here, she's all go, and it's bloody exciting because they're looking really, really, really good. I'm going to be updating as many details as I can on the main channel now that I've actually finalized product. So I'm pretty wrapped with this. Ooh, it's a nice kingfish. This kingfish here is from the day, well, I'll drop a little link up top on the screen there, but the ones we shot a little while ago, yeah, Kerry and Rusty, just plucked it out of the freezer. So wrapping it up here, forgot to wrap it up properly last night. I'm just trying to squeeze in this extra vlog because we're sort of tied up with Thundercat prize giving and away in Auckland, which will actually be the weekend that's just been once this video goes live. That's it. I'm Sam Price. I'll see you at the beach.